Good Tuesday morning, Southwest Arkansas. Welcome back to Southwest Arkansas weather here on August the 6th. We're going to talk about today's outlook for today, and we're going to go over today's forecast in this outlook, talk about the 6-day forecast. Hey, some good news, maybe some cooler air coming, and maybe a rain chance coming here soon. You can see that in the 6-day forecast coming up, but today, 100-degree heat looks likely, and we're also going to bring up what we're seeing with the drought outlook there as well. And as always, I want to say big thanks to Palmer's Roofing, J&S Auto Supply, Terry's Place, Fort Smith Therapy, and Tan Energy and Nutrition for all they do to help us get this information to you guys. Make sure to check them out on Facebook. Make sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram for all the newest information we post daily over there as well. Now we're going to start this off by taking a look at current conditions on what's currently ongoing across Southwest Arkansas at this time. Starting off by taking a look at today's current conditions currently across the area here as of 9:45 a.m. You can see temperatures warming up already in the 80s across the area. 87 in Mena, 79 still down there in the Mount Ida area, but 80s elsewhere. Already 88 degrees down here in Magnolia, Texarkana, and the Camden area. That trend's going to continue throughout the day. We'll stay below heat advisory level today, but as you can see, sunny skies look likely throughout the day today. Maybe a few clouds. You have a few high-level clouds and just kind of some scattered cloud cover, but not necessarily anything major. Not overcast skies or anything of that nature. Just some cloudy, potentially some cloudy conditions. Just scattered cloud cover and such there as we head throughout the day today. And that trend's probably going to continue throughout the day. Just these scattered clouds as we go throughout the day. A few hit or miss, cloud cover, but rainfall, not seeing anything in terms of that until maybe later this week. We'll talk about that more here in just a little bit, but now we're going to go and transition into our today's forecast, talking about what we could see today. Hot day in store today, and we'll talk about that here in just a moment. Now, taking a look at the daily forecast throughout the day today, you can see a hot day in store today. Forecasted highs going to be in the upper 90s and near 100 or around 100 degrees across a few areas. Hot Springs, Texarkana, I do think you could reach 101 degrees. Some areas we'll see widespread 100-degree heat today right there, and we'll actually see temperatures nearing 100 degrees across most of these areas or near it. And that trend looks to continue throughout tomorrow. There is some good news around the corner potentially, and we'll talk about that here in just a minute. But heat index values, they're going to stay below 105 degrees once again today. So we're not going to see heat advisories come out, but we do still have some heat index values getting up near 100, or I would say between 103 and upper 90s there as well. Just, with it being this hot, it's going to kind of up those heat index values, but not necessarily as high as what we've seen here recently. But that trend's going to continue for the next little bit here. Expecting sunny skies throughout the day today, with a few clouds possible, scattered clouds, kind of like what we've seen the past few days. Not necessarily overcast skies, but just some cloud cover there, that summer type cloud cover. Now, taking a look at overnight lows tonight, or today's forecasted lows, you can see overnight lows going to be in the mid to lower 70s across the area. We do have a dry front that moves through, and a weak front that tries to move through overnight tonight, and maybe by midday tomorrow or mid-morning it may be moving through maybe south of Arkansas. We won't necessarily see the effects of that here in Southwest Arkansas for a few days, but northern Arkansas, they'll see it sooner, but that will bring some drier air and maybe some cooler temperatures. We'll talk about that as we get ready to head into the 6-day forecast right after this. So taking a look at the 6-day forecast once again today and tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday, hot and dry conditions. Hot and humidity is going to be just a little lower, so you're not going to really see a lot of heat index values throughout this time frame, but very hot conditions, highs around 100 degrees here tomorrow and Wednesday. Still think a few areas do reach 100 degrees there on Wednesday, but kind of widespread mid to upper 90s and into the 100 degrees as you go further south. Overnight lows are going to be in the 70s, but as you can see, as we head into Thursday and Friday, we could have overnight tonight a weak front move through, and that may bring us some drier and cooler air, but we may not really get to see those that potential until we head into this weekend. But that's going to bring us some drier air, and that's going to, we'll continue to watch for that. But forecasted highs throughout Thursday and Friday going to be near normal for this time of year, with forecasted highs in the mid 90s across the area and overnight lows in the lower 70s. But as we head into Saturday and Sunday, look at that, a little below average. We're going to go with the warm title because it's going to be a little below average, but it's still going to be in the 90s across some areas, nearing 90 degrees. But I still think a few areas could reach the upper 80s. I really do think the upper 80s could be possible for Saturday and Sunday, with overnight lows in the upper 60s there. Maybe even a small rain chance as we head into Monday. It's not going to be a washout. It's going to be some, little pop-up or, scattered, isolated showers potentially, but that's still 7 days out, so we continue to monitor for more updates. But next Monday, we may have some rain chances and highs in the 80s, upper 80s, lower 90s. Looks like a good possibility as we head into Saturday and Sunday. So once again, some good news there potentially, in terms of seeing potentially some a little bit cooler temperatures, but drier conditions are dry. It's going to feel more comfortable outside. You're not going to have to deal with that humidity as much after this front moves through. That front's we're not going to really see the effects of it here until later this week and this weekend, but it does bring some drier air. Dew points could be in the 60s across the area from what data is continuing to show, and we'll continue to monitor that. But hey, we'll take what we can get this time of year, and maybe some upper 80s there as we head into this weekend. So some good news there. Maybe even some rain chances on next Monday, but we'll talk about that as we get closer. Going to continue to watch the heat today. Not expecting many heat advisories, as that humidity is going to kind of be held to a limited stance there as well. Now that we're talking about all that, let's take an updated look at the drought outlook and go over what we're seeing with that currently there as well. Once again, the tropics, that hurricane, or former Hurricane Debbie, is now a tropical storm, or was a tropical storm at this time, is moving, I think, over the South Carolina area, or the Carolinas as we speak, and that's dumped a lot of rainfall here over the past day, really, there at this time. Still moving over that area, but our main focus is now going to transition back to here locally across the area there as well. Once again, though, maybe some cooler air. We'll talk about that more as we continue to get closer. Be on the lookout tonight for some more updates over there as well. Make sure to follow us here on Facebook, or over on Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to us here on YouTube for all the newest information there as well. And as always, have a good rest of your day. And now let's take a look at the drought outlook for your day today. Now let's take a look at the drought monitor here. This has recently been updated a few days ago here. You can see here across Arkansas, we do have a few areas of where we're seeing a level 1 at for that drought condition, in our area near the D. Queen Derricks area, and we'll have to watch to see if that trend continues. Elsewhere, you can see, off over here in Texas, you kind of have the exceptional drought, extreme drought, severe drought, moderate drought, and then the abnormal dry areas, and that's kind of your level 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So well, here, let me show you this again. That level 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is right here in that darker red color. So that kind of gives you a little idea on what it looks like. And right now, just having some abnormally dry conditions. We'll continue to watch this as we get closer. I think a new update should be coming out later this week with the newest information, and we'll have to see what occurs with that. But some drier air does look to move into the area as we head throughout this week, and we'll talk more about that. That humidity levels currently, they're not super high, but they've kind of been helping us keep from not necessarily drying out as quick. But when we do get that drier air in, that may help us dry out some more if we don't get any more rainfall. But we'll talk about that. or well, we just talked about that in the 6-day forecast there as well. But as always, that's where today's video forecast is going to come to an end. So as always, have a good rest of your Tuesday. Thank you guys very much for trusting us right here with your source for all things Southwest Arkansas weather. And as always, have a good rest of your Tuesday. See you back here tomorrow morning for another Daily Outlook.